Hi dear student, this is John Kijos and welcome to Teacher Talks. In this video we'll be discussing about the syllabus of CTET in detail, and particularly we'll be looking at the child development and pedagogy portion, which is a very important portion in terms of CTET. So we'll be looking at it. So let's get started. So as we all know, CTET examination comes with two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. If you want to become a teacher of class 1 to 5, you will have to attend paper 1, and if you want to become a teacher of class 6 to 8, you will have to appear for paper 2. And if you want to teach all the classes, that is from class 1 to 8, you will have to appear for both paper 1 and paper 2. So let us look at paper 1, okay, and understand its syllabus, its different components. So let us look at paper 1. The duration of examination is 2.5 hours, and these are the 5 portions in paper 1. First, child development and pedagogy. It is of 30 marks and will get 30 MCQs. Okay, so total marks is 30. Language 1, 30 MCQs, 30 marks. Language 2, 30 MCQs, 30 marks. Now what is this language 1 and language 2? What is the difference between these two? So language 1 examines your proficiency of the medium of instruction. Okay, so for example, if you are teaching in an English medium school, language 1 will examine your proficiency in English, and if you are teaching in a Hindi medium school, language 1 will examine the proficiency of Hindi. So basically it examines your ability to teach in the particular language, either in English or Hindi or any other language, any other regional language. And language 2, so language 1 examines the medium. Okay, now language 2 examines your knowledge about the language. Okay, knowledge about the language. So it will examine your comprehension skills, reading ability, and what is all the basic elements of the language you will be examined under language 2. So naturally the question comes, which language to choose for language 1 and which to choose for language 2. Okay, now we have to remember that language, you cannot choose the same language for both language 1 and language 2. Okay, so for example, if you are choosing English, you cannot choose English for both language 1 and language 2. This is not going to happen. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to choose one language for language 1, let's say English, and another language, it could be Hindi, it could be any of your regional language. Okay, Malayalam, Tamil, Urdu, etc. So you can choose all these language. And here also you can choose either English or Hindi or Malayalam and all those things. Okay, now which one to choose? Should I choose language 1 as English, or should I choose language 2 as English or Hindi? This is a common confusion that many students face, and I'll give you a very easy way of choosing this language 1 and language 2. All right, so language 1 should be the language in which you are proficient. Okay, for example, I come from an English medium school, I've studied in English medium, so my language 1 would be English and my language 2 would be Hindi, because that's my second language. Okay, now if you come from a Hindi medium school, then language 1 should be your Hindi medium and language 2 Hindi language, and language 2 should be any other language. Okay, it could be English, it could be Malayalam, it could be Tamil, etc. Okay, so just remember this: what is the language that you are good at? If you are good in English, you should go with language 1 English, and whatever else you are good at, it could be Hindi, it could be Malayalam, that should be your language 2. And if you are comfortable with Hindi, you know everything about Hindi, then language 1 should be Hindi, and language 2 you can choose either English, Malayalam, Tamil, Urdu, etc. I hope this is clear to you. So let us discuss paper 2, which is the elementary stage. Duration of the exam is 2.5 hours. So the first one, child development and pedagogy portion, it is of 30 marks and consists of 30 MCQs. Language 1 is of 30 marks, 30 MCQs. Language 2, 30 marks, 30 MCQs. Okay. Now, as I said in paper 1, it applies to paper 2 as well. Language 1 should be your dominant language, either English or Hindi or any other language that you are comfortable with, and language 2 should be the language other than the one you selected in language 1. Okay, basically language 1 and language 2 both cannot be the same language. Then we have got mathematics and science. This portion is only for the teachers of maths and science. Okay, only for math and science teacher. It has 60 MCQs, total marks is 60. Now the fifth portion is social studies or social science. This is only for a social studies teacher. Okay, so if you are a math teacher, you need not attempt the fifth portion, and if you are a social studies teacher, you need not attempt the fourth portion. Okay, now any teacher other than these subjects can attempt either the fourth portion or the fifth portion. Okay, so if you are an English teacher, let's say, you need not attempt both 4 and 5. Okay, either you attempt fourth portion or fifth portion. Okay, I'd go for fifth portion because I'm an English teacher and I think it would be easier for me, so I'll go for fifth portion, but that's up to you. Anyway, do not go for both 4 and 5 portions. Okay, choose either one when you are attempting the question paper. All right, so total we have 150 MCQs, and that means the total marks is 150. So let us discuss the syllabus of CDP, that is child development and pedagogy. In total we have 30 questions, and the first portion inside CDP is child development, and particularly the syllabus focuses on the primary school child. Okay, here we have topics like concept of development and its relationship with learning, how development and learning is related to each other. We also have the principles of the development of children, how heredity and environment influence the child and learning. Okay, and socialization processes like social world, the relationship between children and teacher, children and parents, and all the stakeholders, peers, etc. Another important area is the theories related to development. We have Piaget, Kohlberg, and Vygotsky's different theories related to development. uh, the concept of child-centered and progressive education, and the construct of intelligence. Okay, what is intelligence? Uh, is it something to be developed, or is it innate? All these things we have to study and discuss. The multi-dimensional intelligence. Intelligence is not unidimensional, it's multi-dimensional. Now we have also other portion that is called concept of inclusive education and understanding children with special needs. Okay, we get 5 questions from these topics: addressing learners from diverse background including disadvantaged and deprived children, addressing the needs of children with learning difficulties. Okay, what are the different learning difficulties, impairment, etc. Now addressing talented, creative, specially abled learners. So here we address the gifted children, how we can teach the gifted or the talented children, what are the processes, what pedagogy should we use, what methods of teaching should we use. All these things will be discussed under concept of inclusive education. Now the third important area is learning and pedagogy. We have to understand how children think and learn, and why children fail to achieve success. Okay, what's the reason of a person being an underachiever? All these things we'll have to study. Basic processes of teaching and learning, children's strategies of learning. What are the strategies that we can teach children so that they enhance their learning abilities? Now, learning as a social activity. Learning is not an individual activity. Everyone around us influences our learning. Okay, so it has got a social context. Learning has got a social context. Now, child as a problem solver, okay, and a scientific investigator. This is a very important and interesting topic. Whenever a child studies something, we have to think of the child as a problem solver, and we have to instill in him the scientific temperament. Okay, now alternative conceptions of learning in children, understanding children's errors as a significant step. Okay, very important. You have to understand that when a child makes a mistake, it is the stepping stone towards learning. Okay, so all these concepts we have to study in detail. Okay, cognition and emotions, motivation and learning. What's the role of motivation in learning, and what are the factors that contribute to learning? Okay, what are the factors that contribute to learning? It could be personal and environmental. So there are some personal factors and there are some environmental factors that contribute to learning. So yeah, that was the syllabus of CDP. We have the syllabus given in detail, and I'll give the link of the syllabus in description, so you can go and check out. So we have got language 1 syllabus, language 2. In language 1 we'll have unseen passages, okay, and one poem as well. We'll also have one poem. But in language 2 we only have 2 unseen prose passages. We do not have a poem. That's why I told you, if you have good command over English, then select language 1 as English, and then language 2 you can select any other language. Okay, we also have mathematics syllabus and environmental studies. I'll give the link in the description, you can go and check out. So yeah, that's it for today's video. So keep watching, keep supporting, and I'll see you in the next video.